Welcome to another episode of the Polker Table. I'm Michelle, and I'm here with Connor
Hey,
and Austin.
Greetings.
Today, I thought it would be fun for us to do our AMAs, right? Because we do a ton of AMAs. And I thought it would be nice to have all of this in like a recorded place where people can come ask. Because I feel like we get a lot of the same questions too, anytime we do an AMA. So I guess the first one we're going to start off with would be, could you please tell us the story behind the name of your project? How did you get the inspiration to build your project?
I can tell you the name portion, and then Connor and I can both tell you the same thing about the inspiration. So for the name portion, originally we were gonna go with polka dot. However, Polygon came out much faster, and the integration was
Mm-hmm.
generally better for us for when we plan on releasing. But the pun still kind of works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, we still plan on using Polkadot as well in the future for some things, but they have to fully release first.
Okay.
As for the inspiration, well, we didn't actually come up with the idea. Me and Connor were not the founders. Our founder was our CEO, Min, and he had the grand idea. I think while playing poker himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do think he and his brother like poker. So,
Uh, they are your stereotypical poker players, from what I understand.
yeah. All right. So, next question. What are your main features that distinguish you from other projects, and what competitive advantages do you have?
dum dum dum.
Connor, I think
Connor?
this is yours. This is your
Well, I
like.
mean,
Yeah.
I can try. I can try and answer this one, I guess. I think the first thing that sets us apart would be the fact that the game is built on Unreal Engine. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so, there are hundreds of online poker games that people can play. Uh, some of them are good, some of them are terrible. But in the end, one thing that's lacking on the majority is the graphics side. So having to completely gamify the experience and have it in Unreal Engine, so we have, really, really, I know we use the word immersive graphics a lot, but it really is immersive graphics. I think that's probably the first thing that sets it apart. Uh, and then the fact that not only that, we're play to earn.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gaming, download, executable. You got all the graphics as well, but we're an NFT play to earn game, so you can use your NFT in the game. People can sit, play for fun, earn the NFTs, use them in the game to earn more, take them out of the game, trade them on the marketplace, buy them in the marketplace, bring them back into the game. So it's like a completely different experience to any of the other sort of online poker platforms that are there right now. So there are a lot of good poker platforms, a lot of bad ones, but I don't think there's anything quite like poker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
at least not right now. Can you tell us about your upcoming roadmap?
Yeah, actually, I can take the short term roadmap. So by the time this comes out, we should actually be in the early access stages of the poker game. That should be around the 14th. People should already have emails in their inboxes at this point. Um, but coming up after that, we still have a Q1 release plan for the full game, along with mobile development is being initiated right after that, along with an NFT marketplace coming in Q2, as well as some merchandise coming in Q2. So that's kind of our short term roadmap. For long term, obviously in the next 2 to 3 years, we have a bunch of stuff planned, including other games, metaverse experiences and all that good stuff. So keep your eyes
Mm-hmm.
on the horizon for that.
Yeah, I'm so excited. It feels like it's been a long time coming,
hmm
you know?
We,
Alrighty.
we need that dub.
Okay. Could you tell us a bit about the tokenomics of your project?
Probably. Um,
Just maybe.
I'm guessing some people who listening to this or watching have seen that the tokenomics did change. We initially had a completely different vesting schedule. Tokens have already would have been unlocked. The company never actually moved any of those tokens, and a couple of months back, we have updated the tokenomics completely. All team operations, all token allocations, vesting periods have been extended to between 30 months and I think, yeah, and 60 months, so 5 years. Um, this is obviously vesting over 5 years. We just want to prove that the company is not going to sell the tokens. It's
Hmm.
not in our interest. We're not here just to rug pull. We're here just to stay for the long term. Uh, Once Polker's out, that's great, but we don't continue plan on just releasing the game and stopping. We've managed to move a bigger proportion of the tokens also to rewards. So before there was 10% as a reserve and rewards. That's no longer reserve. That's only for rewards. So all of that will go into staking pools, whether that's PKR for PKR, whether that's rewards in game at a later point, whether that's rewards for other games, whether that's you know NFT staking in the future. But all of that will end up back in the community. Um, so I think we've managed to prove that you know, we have massively extended our vesting, and we have managed to give a bit more back onto the community side as well. So hopefully that gives a sense of security to everyone.
I feel like this is kind of like in line with the other questions, but how do you prove to people that poker is a real project?
I
And I
mean,
feel like Connor did talk about it a bit too.
the game is like out there on YouTube. Some of our social medias. It exists and people have played it. Um,
Hmm.
it's kind of hard to deny its existence and deny that we're a real project um, when we had a product exist in real space with about 500 people interacting with it. So nothing left to
Hmm.
prove at this point, really.
Yeah. Um, Agreed. All right, this is a good one. Would NFT or PKR tokens form the core of the game ecosystem? PKR primary use is for the pass burn method. NFT is what it says. Further, what is the NFT supply flow? Is it going to be constrained or limited, or will it also have a burn method?
This so okay. It's kind of like two questions there, I guess. So was one
Hmm.
of them the use cases for PKR? Yeah. Was that correct?
I'm thinking so. Yeah, I think that's
One
one
of
of them.
Yeah,
them was,
and
and
then
that
one of them
more,
NFTs.
and like how will they? Which will be the main one used in the game? How will it
So
be? Yeah.
PKR is going to be used. Okay, yeah, kind of correct what they said. The PKR pass is going to be one of the primary uses for PKR. However, it's not going to
Hmm.
be the only use. People are going to be able to buy play chips with PKR. We're also going to have an in-game currency, which people can use
Hmm.
to buy accessories using the marketplace, which will be called PKRX. To buy PKRX is going to be one-to-one with PKR. So if you want 1,000 PKRX in game, you're going to have to deposit 1,000 PKR to receive them to use in game. So we've got the PKR Pass, we've got PKRX, we've got the play chips, and of course we still have the staking ongoing. So PKR kind of has those four use cases just at the time being, and for sure there'll be more to come later as well. Regarding the NFTs, it's going to be a fixed amount. So we're not just going to be continuously minting. There'll be a fixed supply.
Hmm.
Obviously, if we just kept creating more and more, the value is just going to go down. Having that fixed number, increases the scarcity. And we'll, for people who do want to use it as a play to earn function to sell the NFTs, that's important for them. Uh,
Hmm.
with the NFT within the game itself, the main functionality is going to be the NFTs. PKR, once you're in the game, a PKR then has not got a huge amount of use. You've got your PKRX to use, but it's going to be all about the NFTs. Then you can deploy your
Hmm.
NFT, change the dealer, change the XP you're going to be earning within the game, level up faster, and then you can always take the NFT out of the game, sell it, swap it, buy another one, bring that one in. So the ecosystem around poker, is really built around PKR as a token. But within the game, I think the focus is much more on the NFT side of that.
Hmm. This was asked when I was doing like the Twitter Spaces AMAs. which I thought was a pretty solid question, which is what steps are you taking to avoid hacking, as recently hackers have been very active?
Well, hacking our game in itself would probably prove pretty difficult. We have done our pen testing in the past with what was it, Quinell, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it went pretty swimmingly. Nothing really was found that was a like a back end error with being able to duplicate systems in our game. So we have done our due diligence on that. Otherwise, we try our best to keep our community. I don't want to say sheltered,
Hmm.
but contained. This is what poker is doing. Let people know exactly what we're putting our ventures into, and so people know that all right, this could be legitimate when we're working with these this collection of either individuals, projects, companies, etc. Connor, do you have anything to add to that? I think I got everything though.
Yeah, I think the only thing would be just on the blockchain side is that we will have full audit on all the smart contracts as well. We already
Oh
have our
yeah.
smart contract audited audited by Bayerson, and we'll run one more full audit on the smart contract side as well before the full launch.
Nice. Any thoughts of having custom wearable NFTs?
Yeah, there's been
Cus
thoughts of like wearable NFTs like on your characters. But if you're talking about like real world items that are also NFTs, I mean, that would be awesome. And that's something that we've actually talked about in the past. I guess I can talk a little bit about it, specifically for like playing cards, because we're poker. Um, but nothing about like real world items at the moment. However,
Hmm.
our NFTs do have outfits you can choose and that you can lock in game for different benefits. So, um, yeah, wearable items on NFTs in the game that exists.
Awesome. Let's see if I have any others. Oh, there's always questions about marketing. They're always like, what kind of marketing? When are you going to do marketing? And I guess I could answer that one. We do pretty consistent marketing across the board. And there is going to be a lot more that comes out as we get closer to the game launch. We have some paid ads that we do, but we also have PR that, we have, as well as, we do SEO, and there's some other things in the works that I can't really share yet because it's a surprise. But yeah, I mean, we do our best. We're doing our best to make sure that people who don't know about the game are finding out, right? I mean, this podcast is one of them, trying to reach a wider audience, different audience than who is already following us, and following the project. So I hope that's a decent answer
I think that's
for
good.
people.
Yeah, I also think people need to remember that there is a lot of marketing going on, but there's only a limited amount of marketing that we can do when we're pointing to people to a website that doesn't have the game on it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
the moment the game is live, this changes everything. But at this point,
Yeah. Hmm.
we're still a couple of weeks away from that. Well, maybe not
Hmm.
anymore. But when you're pointing people to a website where all you can do is sign up,
Yeah.
it's a different kind of marketing. So
Hmm.
uh, I understand people where is marketing. Yes, we're not putting out YouTube videos every week right now. But at the same
Yeah.
time, I think people expectations are a little bit is different in the crypto space. So
Yeah.
people don't always
There
see
is.
what we are doing. But rest
Hmm.
assured, like Michelle said, we are doing a lot of marketing. We are looking on the SEO side. And once the game is
Hmm.
live and we have the product, that visible to everyone, then that will change completely.
Yeah. And I do think that it's good for people who aren't in marketing to know that, you know, like YouTubers, like, influencers aren't everything, right? Like they aren't just the one form of guerrilla marketing that we do. We
Mhm.
have multiple. And I always do remind people that I'm not trying, like, if you have been, if you've known about the game and the project for a while, like I'm not trying to target you. Like I'm not trying to reach out to you because you are already invested, you are already interested, right? the goal is to get that wider audience who doesn't know, right? Outside of this, this awesome community that we've already built, it's trying to get more people into our communities. So that's kind of what I've been focused on. Um, and yeah, I'm thinking by the time this episode runs, people will see more of the heavier marketing that we're doing, right? But we have been marketing and we're continuing to do things. I'm constantly trying to think outside the box so that we're not just doing the redundant same old that everybody else is doing. Just because it's there doesn't mean it always works well, right? So it's always about trying to find better ways and find more clever ways to reach more people. So yeah, that's what
And
I'm hoping for.
the big thing is as well, like we're also, we are going to NFTLA. That's a form of
Yeah.
marketing in of itself.
Oh
Very
yeah,
true.
definitely.
So we
And
are
it's not
doing
only like
things.
just there, we're not only going to be there doing NFTLA marketing, which we are going to be doing, but we're also going to be like live streaming and doing a lot of things so that it's branching out from just that space, right?
Mhm.
So we're going to be doing multiple things to make sure people know that we're there, but also to show the internet audience, if you will, what we're doing there and all that cool stuff. So awesome. Do you guys have any questions that you think I forgot? Because you have done a lot of AMAs. So I'm thinking there have been some rhetorical. Yeah, Connor, there you go.
When Binance?
Mike, that's a good question.
Yes, yes.
When Binance is an awesome question, and thank you for asking. I like to ask myself every night, when Binance myself, and that's my motivator to get up and really grind and really go hard into the project. So I can ask myself when Binance every night and go forward. You're welcome for the question or the answer.
And I will
We will
say, like
get there.
Connor said, when the game comes
Oh
out,
yeah.
right? Like once our game comes out and people can see our use case for what we're doing, like it's going to become way easier for us to break through these like barriers that are set in place. Um, so yeah, that's why it's not only the investors or anybody who's interested in the project. Like we genuinely are very, very excited that we are finally getting to that point. So we are right there with you. Any other questions that you think I forgot?
Um,
When Coinbase?
I
When
I mean
Lambo?
that's another good one. Um, I mean, it's probably not going to be a Lambo, guys. Maybe like a 2006 Corolla.
Damn it, I'm out.
No, aim high. Aim high. Any other questions that you have that you think I forgot? Like some frequently asked ones that you always get? I
I
did the
think
marketing one.
a good one that people used to ask, but not so much anymore because we answered a lot, was just about the patents and their utilization.
Mm.
Essentially, they're just for like assuring randomness and assuring fairness in the game. Um, at some point, we plan on also, and I don't know how far away this is, but like making a user interface where people can actually do, audits of the game. But again, that is down the line. Don't know exactly when that's coming. If anyone watching has played League of Legends, it's essentially the op.gg of poker games. So it's like a stat tracker almost.
Now I need to go look up League of Legends.
Yeah, no idea what you just said, but it sounds good, Ost.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Agreed.
The four
Agreed.
people that understand what I'm saying will love it.
No more questions?
I think you covered most things there, Michelle.
Okay, awesome. All right, then we will end it here. Thank you all so much for listening. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel to make sure that you are getting the updates anytime we post any new episodes. And we will check in with you next week. Bye.
See ya.
Later.